Sting will play us out. All right, Monday, 2 o'clock. Nice to have you with us. Rico in an absolutely electric polo shirt today. This is exciting. We have a lot to talk about.
It's just a shirt.
It's beautiful. What is that, cyan? A little magenta? Now, we are going to get to something because I have never been happier in my life than to tell you Steve Yzerman's a liar. And that's a compliment because Kenny Cott has hockey news at 3. Stevie lied to us, and we love it. Lie to us more.
Kenny was right.
It's exciting. We're going to get to that at 3. Don't be celebrating yet, Kenny. Also, we have to talk about your baseball team, but in a different way. Now, work with me. I'm not even focusing on John Paul Morosi planting the flag and saying, hey, you're sellers. I think we all know that. This team stinks. But I wanted to focus on a piece that kind of flew under the radar, and it highlighted everything going on with your television set and your favorite baseball team, and the fact that you're not alone. There are 15 markets like this, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but we broke it down, and I want to ask you a question. That the Tigers being sellers at the deadline, and in all likelihood, if you believe this article, you're not going to see the Tigers the rest of the season on your television. How much do you miss it? Or are you even bothered? Because there is an element of the fan base in this town, Rico, it feels like they moved on the minute it happened, and they just went, see you later.
For the first month, it was a strain. It was a struggle. You were trying to figure out, do I want to buy into the app? Is this going to come back? But, yeah, they started losing, and interest got lost along with the losing.
So let me read a couple paragraphs to provide some context. And then I want to talk to the people. Because this truly is a perfect storm of, look, if this team was in contention, it would matter more. But by the time are we a month from training camp? July 23rd, sound right?
Yes.
Yeah, roughly.
They report on the 24th.
Month, yeah.
So the fact that the team isn't good, the fact that they're selling, and the fact that they're not on TV, boy, the minute the Lions start to have articles and highlights, I don't think anybody cares.
No.
Comcast customers who reside in the markets where each of Diamond's 12 baseball teams play have been shut out for 2 months, and it will likely continue to be all season. That's kind of the headline. High-ranking league executive, speaking on the condition of anonymity, called the Comcast situation, quote, brutal. They won't move off their demands. Exclusivity provisions won't allow MLB to offer a streaming option for local fans, and Diamond Sports Group won't make up for the loss of the revenue. So this is a real hat trick of delight. A confirmation hearing is scheduled for July 29th and 30th, at which point a bankruptcy judge could determine whether Diamond will move forward as a business or shut down entirely. Past few weeks in bankruptcy court have seen reps from MLB, the NBA, and the NHL all expressing frustration over a lack of information about Diamond's financials. None of the leagues believe Diamond can remain a sustainable business without Comcast.
Right.
So if they were to emerge from bankruptcy, ML teams would simply maintain their pre-existing RSN deals. Well, previous paragraph says they can't continue to run as an existing business. It's the type of revenue that's going to be difficult, if not impossible, to replicate elsewhere. Those are ESPN's words, not ours. So I wanted to ask you guys the question that if the Tigers disappear for the rest of summer, the fact is summer just started. July, August, those are the dog days where the Tigers are background noise.
Yeah.
They are on your television. Or, please listen, it's free, 97.1.
Yeah, but they are summer background noise. Summer background noise.
But now,
when they're like games like yesterday, oh, we're winning, I'll watch.
But now, it sounds like the combination, this is a nightmare scenario, truly. A, they're going to be sellers. John Paul Morosi had audio. We could play it or bump. I'll tell you what, bump back at 250. I don't need to hear from him right now. But I'd like to know from you guys, if this update is real and this baseball team is gone for the season, what is your level of bother? Or is it a 0? Have you simply moved on because the product is not compelling anyways? They were loosely in a fringe manner involved. And now if you look at the standings, don't just look at the games out of the wild card. Look at the fact that there are 7 teams tied or ahead of you. See, all those other teams a couple weeks ago, you're like, oh, we're better than the Rangers. No, you're not. And now Scherzer's back. Oh, the Astros are dead. No, they're not. They went 8-2 in their last 10. They're ahead of you. Boston is on fire. Like, you start to see where this goes.
Yeah, Boston 8-2 in their last 10 games.
But what is your reaction to a summer where there's no baseball? They're not even going to be on your TV at all. That even if the kids do get called up, even if Dingler comes up, even if – what if in an unforeseen manner, and I'm not saying it'll happen, but, like, what if Jackson Jobe got a call up in September? Like, you're not going to see it.
No, I think at that point is when you'd have people just trying to go down to the ballpark because it's like, oh, okay, I hear he's going to be playing. I think the care factor is gone. I think that because they're bad and, you know, it's like, okay, well, maybe I miss watching Skubal pitch, but he hasn't been pitching that great lately. There's not a lot of draws to make you want to just put the money down on the app to watch this game. This team's not entertaining. They're not fun. They're good for an 11-run game, you know, once every 5 or 6 games. But other than that, it's watching them lose a 2-1 game and just disappointing you. So I think that the care factor is waning with each loss that they get. And as soon as the Lions start camp, I think at that point, the focus will turn to NFL football and the college football. And you might as well end the season in Detroit. So, yeah, and especially if they start selling off pieces as well, that's the white flag. Good luck trying to get people to buy in. Yeah, if a young prospect comes up and makes his major league debut, yeah, it's just where you call up and say, hey, Mike, want to go down to the game because we could probably get tickets cheap.
Couldn't disagree more on that angle, but I don't care to argue it. Ain't nobody going to that park to watch this team play. The numbers speak. The numbers speak. They're 25th.
I'm not saying get the Diamond Club behind the seat.
It's the Home Plate Club. Watch your mouth. And it's the 1901 Society, mister. 248-539-9797. But report this weekend from baseball executives, the expectation in the sport is you're not going to have your baseball team on TV the rest of the year. And when you combo meal that with they're going to be sellers, which means no more Jack Flaherty, Cannon or Shella, who gives a damn, but whatever. The point is, are you already checked out or is that the final straw? Because, I mean, look, in all seriousness, even when the team's bad, you flip them on the TV. They're background noise. It is the soundtrack of summer. Please listen, it's free. But just, I would love to know if, and maybe people are already saying it. Maybe people are already fully checked out. I don't know. That's part of the reason you and I thought the Tigers were totally tone deaf, announcing the Home Plate Club and then doing the whole 1901, buy your tickets now. And it's like, what?
You get first crack at playoff tickets.
Woo!
Mike, you get first crack at Beyonce if she walks in the club.
Winning. 248-539-9797. David, what was when you ran through the piece, was there any amount of sadness with this?
Not at all.
No, you're just numb?
Not at all. I am numb to it because I do think that many people already think that, well, they're not investing in the team, so why should I invest on trying to find them or buying the Bally Sports app when they're not investing in the team that I want to watch?
Well, and I'd argue they haven't. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I don't think people ran out to get that damn app because the app's an atrocity. The app's horrible.
You're not into British basketball?
Oh, commercial break in progress, and it's that basketball noise or a hockey puck getting shot. Make it end.
I feel bad for the people who are the hardcore fans who really just want to watch this team, and this is what they did every summer, and they can't. But other than that, I do think that you probably had a small uptick in people getting the app and then said, I can't do this.
It's awful. Well, that's the problem.
I mean, when Kenny gets his from, where do you get yours from? Tibet?
It's Barbados.
Okay.
He bootlegs it from Barbados and reroutes it through Haiti.
Okay.
Kenny's illegal streams or something else. But let me say this. there's also a discussion in here of what could happen if Diamond goes out. And I don't think it's a fix for the fans. Because all it is another version of the Bally app. There would be a potential of an Amazon Prime deal. Well, how does that help any of us who just want the effing game on our TV? No. September's your month to do this. No. Okay. When I'm looking for Navy Rutgers on Peacock.
No. Mike, here's the thing. At least the quality will be better.
Wow.
And Amazon it's already on most smart TVs, so you don't have to download it.
I can't flip channels.
Oh, no.
Wah!
No.
Wah! That is not a wah! Wah! That's not a wah! That's a legitimate
wah! I did flip the channel right now. I gotta go out and then I gotta go back in.
People, support me. That is not a wah.
That's a wah.
That's a legitimate sports fan gripe. David, go ahead.
No, but what I was going to say is, and I hear everything you're saying, Rico, about the diehard fans, and I get it. Yes, there are diehard Tiger fans. But I will start feeling bad if come their hearing and they're gone, what are Red Wing fans going to do? When you have a team going for something.
Well, and again, the NHL and the NBA, I know
we
don't.
Are you going to lead out the Pistons?
We don't have an NBA team. Friday was evidence of that. Thank you for moving the press conference to an hour late. Rico, read something. We're going to get with the calls. And I'd like some support. That was not a wah. Wah. It's a lovely falsetto.